Hi, I'm Jim and this is Jim's Fix-It Shop, and I picked me up a new tool. Guess what brand? Rigid, of course. Lifetime service agreement. As long as you fill the paperwork out within 90 days. Let's take a look at this bad boy. It has 3 settings on it that are automatic, I guess. You have the gun. This thing goes for about 11 pounds. It is not a lightweight. You get 2 4-amp-hour batteries. It is a brushless motor. It has settings on here. Automatic. Push this button. That's auto. That's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, it says on the box here that setting 1 is low. Goes from 0 to 600 RPMs. Number 2 is medium. It goes from 0 to 1300 RPMs. 3 is high, and it goes from 0 to 1800 RPMs. Auto is from 0 to 1100. It kind of gives the torque it needs. As it starts hammering, yeah, I already used it. It ramps up the torque to break the bolt loose. And once the bolt or the nut breaks loose, then it ramps down and wings that baby off. The wife picked up a nail and I had to get her tire off and bring it down to fix it. Now, like I said, it comes with 2 4-amp-hour batteries and a charger. But the chargers I already have will charge this, because they're all lithium-ion batteries today, and they do take a special charger. Let me move this over here. Well, so from now on, this bad boy is going to be sitting right over here where I need it. Now, my air, I have a couple nice air impacts, but I have to kick the compressor on. I don't leave the compressor on all the time, and I don't have any leaks. But if I use it for something and I don't turn it on, then usually it's low on air and it doesn't run the impacts very good. Now I don't have to worry about that. Plus, if it's cold out in the lean-to where the compressor is, like it is out there right now, it doesn't like to start. It just kind of sits there and hums until it pops the breaker. So I'm kind of limited on winter use. Now, they had a deal going right after Christmas because they had a bunch of stuff left over. They had these marked way down. And a little more incentive, when you bought one of these, you got another free tool. And they had like 10 different tools you could get. A reciprocating saw, impact ratchet. I can't even remember how much stuff they had. Or you could get another, it was larger than the 4-amp-hour. I can't remember how big it was, but you could get another battery, which was good size and just add more weight. So instead of that, I picked out this, a trim router. Never had a trim router. When I want to do little stuff, I always had to get my big router out. This is very well made. You get a deflector for a vacuum that you can see through, tell what you're doing. Real nice cast aluminum fence or guide that goes on this thing. Let me grab a battery. Oh, good grief. And all the rigid tools, the batteries are all interchangeable with any other rigid tool. Variable speed. Personally, I don't know why you'd want to slow down a router. You get the best cut when that baby is winging about 25,000 RPMs, which most routers turn at. This one kicks up to 30,000 RPMs. Well, that ought to give you a really smooth cut. And it comes with all the little attachments, of course. You get your two bars that screw in for your fence to hook onto. And the nice part about this, you can either put it on this way to get really close, or you can spin it around and put it on this way to give you a little more distance. And when this is on here, the bottom of the router and the bottom of this is the same height, and it gives you a little better stability. I really like this thing. To adjust it, you unlock it, and you have a dial here you can turn that changes in 1/64th intervals. It even splits a 1/64th of an inch in half. It's got writing on the little knob, or you can push this lock all the way over, and then it slides up and down fast. You don't have them stupid clamps anymore. I hated those. Nice little trim router. We'll see how it works. I get back into laminating, or my puzzles. I usually router a chamfer or a radius around the top of the puzzle. I can do that with this now instead of getting out the router table and using that. So that was my big buy and my free tool. Right now I'll put this back in here until I find a place in the drawer with the rest of my routers. Nice little set. And like I said, this was free. The impact gun was marked down about $150 off. And then they threw in that router, and I believe that was close to a $200 router. So I just couldn't pass it up. So as I tear other snappers apart, you'll be seeing me use my new impact instead of my old speed wrench. If most of you even know what one of them are. So until next time, work safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you soon. So long.